Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on.
And as it is the 20th of June, we are going to be watching Marty from 1955. Directed by Durbert Mann and starring Ernest Borgnine. So to begin with, this is one of those movies that I have seen before, I think a couple of times since my original viewing, but I believe this was one of those Saturday night at the movies on TVO, which is where I've seen a lot of classic movies. And the main reason I remember this is because I'm pretty sure I remember seeing an interview with Ernest Borgnine talking about the making of the movie, which was part of the program to deep dive into the actors and directors and writers and historians about the movie that they were watching on Saturday night at the movies. It has been quite a while since I had seen this movie, and like I had mentioned, not only does this movie star Ernest Borgnine, but it also stars Betsy Blair, Joe Mantell, Esther Mancotti, Augustus Cioli, Karen Steele, and Jerry Paris. So the story follows the life of Marty Paletti, who is played by Ernest Borgnine, a stout bachelor butcher who lives with his mother, played by Esther Mancotti, in the Bronx. Always unlucky in love, Marty reluctantly goes to a ballroom one night and meets a nice teacher named Clara, played by Betsy Blair. Though Marty and Clara hit it off, his relatives discourage him from pursuing the relationship, and he must decide between his family's approval or a shot at finding real love. So this is one of the defining roles that Ernest Borgnine has in his lexicon of movies that span like decades. This is a very, obviously, we're forward strong with Marty being the main character, surrounded by some really great supporting cast. We deal with a wonderful glimpse into this basically small window of existence, which is an unusual time if you haven't been around that time. We're dealing with the mid-50s where the story takes place, and it's a very interesting look at a lifestyle that is definitely not the norm. When the world was actually physically social, where you would actually go out in droves and people would like culminate in like bars and dance halls like we do in the story, or just people just out on the street at all hours of the night. And it's an interesting look into a bygone era. The black and white aspect of the movie adds to it feeling more like a television play almost, the way it is shot, the way everything is framed. And it's a very quaint movie, and it's a very interesting way to tell a romantic story. And as Marty and Clara realize that they have a lot in common, Marty tells Clara about his fears and dreams. And just after midnight on June 20th, 1954, they start walking back to Marty's house. And that happens about 47 minutes into this 1 hour and 30-minute movie. And when it came to the Academy Awards for that season, it ended up winning for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for Ernest Borgnine, Best Adapted Screenplay. It also ended up getting nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Joe Mantell, Best Supporting Actress for Betsy Blair, Best Art Direction, Set Direction, Black and White, and Best Black and White Cinematography. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off into the future to see what we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is going to be June 21st, and that is going to be Mississippi Burning from 1998. So until next time, go see a movie.